Hey, my friends. Super excited to be with you this morning. I have another writing to read to you from my upcoming book, Insights to Light the Way. And this one is about ALS. As I've said before, living with ALS is one of the greatest tests of acceptance that I can imagine. And this writing is about my relationship with the physical changes as they occur as a result of ALS, and what this means for independence, and how this changed life, and how do you come to accept what seems unacceptable? How do you come to find peace when it feels like everything is being taken away? So this was a really interesting one to write. In truth, through this writing process, I've been resisting writing about some of the ALS related ones for a time, focusing on other things. And I'm getting back into it. And in some ways it's hard. In some ways it's beautiful. In some ways it's sad. In some ways it's inspiring. But as I'm reconnecting with my emotional state, it makes life feel so much richer. I have a tend to kind of go hyper analytical at times. So anyway, I'll get right into the reading for you this morning. I remember when the idea of not being able to put my own socks on anymore was terrifying. Just the thought caused my mind to recoil when considering what the future might look like. And I drew a line in the sand that this would be the point at which my reality would be unacceptable. I remember it feeling like I wouldn't want to live anymore if that ever happened. But today, needing to have someone help me put on my socks doesn't even register as being a problem anymore. The tests of acceptance that ALS seems so eager to offer continue. And as a result of the continued loss of physical function, what may have once previously seemed unacceptable must now be accepted. There may be a stretch of days or weeks in which function remains relatively stable, but there are tipping points in which the old way of doing things is either no longer physically possible or simply involves too much risk. Losing the ability to drive a car, to write, to move my fingers, to go to the bathroom on my own, to walk, to stand. These are the types of tests of acceptance that ALS offers. And they are different than the kind of optional change that most of us experience. This is the kind of change that can't be avoided, for as physical function is lost, change is pressed upon you. There is a relentlessness with which loss of physical function seems to move, as if ALS is determined to take away more and more independence. Sometimes you just want to stop the clock, to stop the loss of function, but you can't. The present moment pushes forward regardless of our desires. And when fear begins to fill my heart, threatening to swallow me up, when the dark clouds of worry and fear begin to loom heavily within my experience, I try to remember the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. The mental and emotional tailspin abates within the recognition that I am doing the best I can to take care of this body, and that some things are simply out of my control. That remembrance is often the hardest part, for my mind does not easily relinquish the illusory sense that it has control over future outcomes. During difficult times such as these, I ask for the serenity and peace to understand that everything is unfolding as it is meant to. I pray to be guided towards awareness of those actions that are needed to sustain my life, and ask for the ability to discern between what is within my power and what is not. For all that I cannot change, I accept and I release. I release responsibility misplaced and the unnecessary burden of resisting what rises up within my reality. The wisdom to see those things that are out of my control allows me to accept what I cannot change. And though this acceptance does not necessarily make the worry or fear go away, they certainly seem to lose their grip. And as they do, the serenity that the prayer offers begins to enter my mind and heart. Thank you for listening, my friends. I hope that you're having a good day. I love you so much, and I thank you for being here with me today. I'll catch you next time. All right, bye.